I'm going to start with this another toilet paper jewelry, this pendant. So for Halloween, it's so easy just to create your own things and do something with it. So here's what they're talking about. I'm going to give you what they're saying, and then I'll talk some more. So they're talking about Mommy Dearest. They said I call my mom Mommy Dearest. So they're trying to figure out how old I would have been if I called my mom Mommy Dearest. They said it didn't happen recently. I even asked her about it, and she was like, no. But they said it didn't happen recently, but they said maybe it could have happened when I was 11 or 12. I'm 49. I'll be 50 in December, just to let you know what they think about. But it seems like when I checked it on the internet, it seems like young people are using that phrase. So it could be a message to other people. They said there's online. I looked up, and it said also Daddy Dearest is a man who gives people gifts. I didn't know about this. Like I said, I didn't know. So they was talking about at Lacoste when I was there in 2016. One of my coworkers said the word fire, and I didn't know what fire meant. I didn't know that it meant something that's hot. So they were surprised that I don't have any young people in my life. And I don't know why that's surprising. I don't have kids. So in order for me to know what the kids are saying, I would either have to be around kids or be into the stuff the kids are into. So now when I watch shows, my mom actually tells me what the kids are talking about, because she's my only person. She's the only person who watches all the different shows where the kids are saying. So I didn't know fire was when something's hot. I thought it meant fire. I don't know. Okay, so they're talking about I'm going to use it as a thumbnail. I have a pop-up book for strawberry shortcake. They said that's also code for some sort of drugs. I thought strawberry shortcake was a cake, or back in the 80s when it was a cartoon. But I guess that's also code for something. So they say, if I say it now, would that mean I'm involved with them? No, it doesn't, because obviously if I'm saying it out loud, I wouldn't be... I can't even get to them. It doesn't work for them. If I'm involved in something, I wouldn't say it out loud in a YouTube video. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? So they said we don't like each other. Yeah, that's the point. We don't like each other. And I think the reason we don't like each other, there's a lot of reasons. But one of the big reasons is that they said I used to say translating from English to English. Yeah, that's what these videos are. It's me trying to tell them in a common sense way what they say doesn't make sense. It's not English. It's some other way of talking. So it has nothing to do with the ability to speak English. It's the ability to comprehend English. Comprehension's a big deal. So that's part of why they don't like me, because I just can't. I'm almost 50. I can't do it. I told my mom this a while ago before I got sick. I don't have it in me anymore. And I said to her this morning, for the first time in my life, I feel free. I don't have it in me to deal with people who I have to translate from English to English. If I'm saying the strawberry shortcake and I'm showing a book that I had, I'm obviously not in the drug culture that would know what a strawberry shortcake is, because I wouldn't be saying it in a YouTube video showing a pop-up book of strawberry shortcake. I'm not sending messages. The other thing I want to say is, when I'm going through this situation and I'm talking to you folks and I'm free, I'm who I am. There's a lot of people who don't like me. I don't care. That's something that is a big deal for me. So they said, well, would I have ever cared? Who knows? Who knows? How do we live in a world where people think that what you feel at 49 is exactly what you felt at 9? There's no such thing. And they said, well, what's that? Well, didn't you say you don't change? That doesn't make any sense. That, again, translating from English to English. Do you think I look the same way today as I looked at 9? Obviously, I change. Not the way they would think. I mean, are we really good? I just can't. I'm going to title this video, I can't. I just can't. I can't. And they said something interesting that I found very interesting. They said they didn't understand what I mean when I say I don't know. And it's not just for them, me literally not knowing, but it's as though it's like I'm not trying. That gives you really a lot of information about them. That when someone says, I can't, that means to them, you're not trying. No, it means I can't. When I say I don't know, it means I don't know. So for them, everything is like, like everything is, And in the world I live in, which I make sure I'm around people who understand this. If you say to me, I can't, I just can't. Okay, I get that. I don't know. I just don't know. I get that. They don't, because in their world, it's always like they got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. They said this was supposed to be, and they just said it, pressure. That pressure in a bad way, in a I'm going to squeeze the life out of you way. That's what they are. And when they have difficulties, because every single person they mentioned had major difficulties. I don't have those major difficulties. Every time they try to twist it and make it seem like I do, it fails. I don't have those difficulties because I don't have to squeeze the life out of people. I believe, and I really want to talk about this a bit more, and I know they'll cut me off. I believe that people have an amount in them. And when they're giving you their full amount, you can tell. But there are days when people can't reach that amount. We just can't. It's physically impossible for us to always reach this amount. And when they're going to cut me off. And when you get to a point when you look at somebody, you look them in the eye and you see that person can't give that, you back off. Okay, you say, okay, I understand. These people don't understand. It's about comprehension. I think I'm going to change the title of this video from what I said I was going to do to comprehension. So it's about translating from English to English. They speak English, but they don't comprehend it, or they don't want to comprehend. And that's why I dislike them. They don't want to comprehend that people can't always give 100%.